Hi, I'm Mark Serwotka, the General Secretary of PCS. Behind me you'll see the building of Her Majesty's Treasury. We've just left that building, having had the third set of negotiations with the Cabinet Office on the Civil Service Redundancy Scheme. I'm here to tell you that at this meeting we started off by explaining to the management side why our consultation response on your behalf argues that there should be no change to the 2010 redundancy terms. We made it clear that we thought that scheme should not be altered. However, the remainder of the meeting was then spent on having a robust response about the cost envelope for these talks, what the parameters are that allow us to see if we can reach an agreement on your behalf. We made it clear that we will not accept redundancy terms that are not better than the ones imposed in 2016. We also made it clear that we are committed to trying to explore all options to get an agreement over this issue. I'm happy to report that at the meeting with our colleagues in the GMB, Unite and the POA, all showing that the four unions representing the overwhelming majority of civil servants are united in trying to get the best deal possible. We made the point to the management that of course the best way to save money on the redundancy scheme was not to cut jobs in the civil service. The meeting ended with it being accepted by all sides that the scope for our talks will undoubtedly be affected by the budget that the Chancellor will deliver next week. What he does on public spending will of course be something that has to be taken into account in the negotiations on the civil service scheme. So we'll be resuming these talks once the government's budget has been announced, whilst we can analyse what that means. But rest assured, we are here determined to defend your terms and conditions and ensure that we get a better redundancy scheme than the government imposed in 2016. The best way to ensure we can do that, of course, is that the employer always understanding that we are a strong union. So if you're watching this message, get involved in the union and make sure if you know any colleagues in your workplace who are not members of PCS, you ask them to join. Together we are stronger, we'll keep reporting to you, but let's ensure we get a fair compensation scheme for all PCS members. Thanks very much.